Hello, all of my brothers, sisters, mamas, and papas. This is Jen, aka Lady Serena, coming at you guys on an unlisted video as it is. I don't want to make this one public because, well, I just really don't feel the need to share my personal recipes publicly. Some people might feel differently. I might feel differently one day. God, that smells good. But for now, this is how I feel. So this is what I'm gonna do. Right, so I just ended up taking a cleansing bath, and I don't feel 100% better, but I feel a lot better, and that actually means that it's working, because if you claim that you feel 100% better, chances are it does work, but temporarily. If it feels only somewhat better, then that means it's going to work for the long haul, but also that there's work that you need to put in to make it work. Um, I'm going to show you guys a snapshot really quick of everything that I put into my cleansing bath right now. It's a little bit blurry, but that's okay. I ended up losing the label on this thing, but this is my Florida water. I'm not going to go so far as to call it Agua de Florida, because I know somebody much more advanced than me who actually knows like the real recipe for that, and this is not it. This is Florida water. There's a huge difference. So here's this. I have my agua de rosas, my rose water, my coarse sea salt. It's always good to use. Mineral salts are nice because they have their health benefits also, but that's what I have. My witch hazel. So I'm going to use my witch hazel container only because it doesn't have as much stuff in it, so I can actually weigh out the ingredients better that way. Because if you've ever smelled Florida water, you know that stuff is really strong. Whoa. So, yeah, I'm just getting into working with hydros myself. So what I want to do is bring the camera down here so I can show you guys what I'm doing. It's relatively simple, and the reason why the ingredients are simple is because you yourself are the main ingredient, which pertains to just about everything, magic-wise, ritual-wise, everything that you do. If you're not putting yourself into it, none of this stuff is going to work. Not the salt, not the witch hazel, not the agua de rosas. Nothing is going to work if you don't put yourself into it. All right. So what I'm doing is actually what I should do is cup this into my palm and just kind of, funnel it in a little bit. You don't need much salt, but it's nice to put extra in. Yeah, I actually ended up starting out with making oils, which is relatively easy if you're a kitchen witch and you enjoy cooking. And I've been doing that now for about, I would say, 8 years or so, but actually longer than that, about like 10 years or so. It's actually the first quote-unquote craft that I picked up, if you want to put it that way. Just go ahead and mix that. Mix it up really nice. It's not going to dissolve, but what you want to do is you want to mix it up because you want it to kind of get its essence into the witch hazel. And the next thing that I want to add is the Florida water. You want to add this because it's actually quite pungent in essence, in fragrance, and you may not want to exactly add a whole lot of it. So I know you guys are watching me as I'm doing this. It's raining right now, thank goodness. That means I get to grill tomorrow. I'm pretty freaking happy about that. You add as much as you want. Mix it around. You can make it as subtle or as strong and pungent as you want to. Completely up to you, but yeah, I'm gonna go for the gold on this. I just kind of, I mixed it, and I just have it to up to like right about there, if you can see it. Well, let me put this a little bit more level. It's like right about up to there. Yeah. And if you guys are curious, let me check real quick. The size of this bottle is 16 ounces, so that's what I'm working with here. And this is the Dickinson's brand of original witch hazel, oil-free. So if you want to buy this, it's relatively easy to find at any pharmacy or even a supermarket if you tend to shop at supermarkets, which is where I picked this up from, the Florida water and the Agua de Rosas. You can actually nowadays find the Agua de Rosas at dollar stores. I just paused for a second because my mom is right by the back door going dee-dee-dee, celebrating because it's raining. I should be collecting that water right now, but instead I am making a hydro, is what I call it. I'm going to use the rest of my Agua de Rosas. Just stick it right in here. And if you guys wonder why my pronunciation is so damn good, it's because I live in a predominantly Hispanic neighborhood. So that would explain a few things. The town in which I grew up in, and I still live in right now, consisted of Irish, Scottish, German, some Portuguese, not many, but, you know, as the years went on, more Hispanics and Latinos started moving in, and that's, those are my neighbors. You know, most of the people, they're like from Spain, Cuba, Peru, Puerto Rico, mostly Puerto Rico, I noticed, but yeah. So I got that in here. And I'm going to be right back. I just want to get one small thing if I can. Alright, I'm back. I just had to go ahead and get my, I don't know if you can read that if the camera's picking it up, but it's the Spiritual Sky brand of musk, my favorite. It's actually the first essence in general, whether it came in the form of oil or incense, that I picked up. And I noticed that when I wear this, like, I feel a lot more clear. Clarity starts to come into my life, and I start to receive more answers to what I'm seeking, whatever it is I'm seeking. And the purpose of this here, which consists of my cleansing bath, is because during my cleansing bath, I was asking to find myself, to further find myself, and to get more clarity on everything that is coming into my life and how to work with it. I've had this for a good amount of years, and it's still good, which I love. So, oh god, I love that smell. And the opening of it is not very big at all, so I'm not going to be, like, dancing it in here. Yo, I'm busy right now. Thank you. I love you. Oh, that's great. I'm busy right now. I love you. Alright, I'm only getting, like, maybe a few drops in here, but I'm just kind of tapping on it with my finger to just get as much of it out as I can, to fill up as much of this as I can. With any oils, whether they're bouquet oils or essential oils, you know, I'm putting some of that on right now. Oh, yum. Thank you. Oh, all of my chakras. Well, I got my towel on, so pardon moi. Another reason why this video is unlisted, my womb chakra base. And that should pretty much cover the root, as close to the root as possible. Yeah, I always touch up all my 7 chakras with this, but as I was saying, with essential or bouquet oils, it doesn't matter how many drops you add, but just don't add too many because you don't want to waste it, and also because you really don't need much of it in order for its essence to work within your hydro. And yeah, I call this a hydro. I don't know what the excuse me, original or actual term is, but I call it a hydro, and that's essentially what I have here. And I guess I'm leaving it at about halfway, only because I don't want to put too much of the Florida water in there. But I definitely used the rest of my Agua de Rosas, which I love. Smells tasty. Oh. That's another good habit to get into after you take any kind of cleansing bath. put the oil, you know, that best represents your purpose onto you after you've taken your bath, so that not only do you remain cleansed and the purpose of it continues to work, but you're also protected. Crown chakra. I got every chakra except this one. I always do this one the last anyway. Right on my crown. There we go. Good stuff. It smells great. So yeah, this is essentially what I come up with for all of my brothers and sisters and mamas and papas out there. I know that most of you already know about combinations like this, but maybe some of you don't, or you don't know exactly, you know, what others may use it for. I purposely know that. I personally use it for cleansing baths, and it's actually the best thing that you can do. Alright, so that's been it for me, Jen, aka Lady Serena. Hope you all have a great day. That was a long video, but it was well worth it. Take care, guys.